Hi Taurus, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. Welcome in if you're new to the channel, and thank you for stopping by. This is a weekly reading for you for September 13th through the 19th. And the week does begin on September 13th with the Sun opposite Neptune, which I think can be very inspirational for artists. Absolutely, Neptune brings a dreamy effect to all of us. But when it opposes the Sun, it can also be disillusionment. So it can be disappointments about dreams that we're letting go of. So I think that there's a little bit of a dichotomy in that energy. Also, Venus and Mars are very active this week, and we'll talk about that as we go along. But first I want to tell you that I'm going to use for you today the Spirit Messages Daily Guidance and Oracle deck by John Holland with the artwork by Matt Manley. There's that. And I'm going to use the tarot, the Druid Craft Tarot deck, and this is by Stephanie and Philip Cargam with the illustrations by Will Worthington. Gorgeous artwork, and that is so fun for me because I do love his artwork. All right, so I'm going to begin shuffling for you while you take some deep breaths with me. Let's do what we do, okay, Taurus? Settle in and relax. Take a few minutes for you. Take 3 deep, cleansing breath just because it feels really good. Brings down the cortisol and lowers your stress, right? I'm going to pull you one. No, actually, what I'm going to do this week is a little different. I'm going to pull 3 Spirit Messages cards and read what's on the cards rather than reading from the book, all right? And then we'll lay out your 9. So let's pull those first, okay? First one is out. Yep, okay. I just felt like these were just the right deck for this week considering all the energies. We are in the last week of Virgo season, by the way. And there's your 3rd. I love it. Okay. Let me pull that, put that right there in my crystal. Okay. And let me lay out your 9 cards. This is from the Druid Craft. I will show you each one of these cards. Today we're going to go horizontally, vertically, and then do the big picture and wrap it up. All right, so stay with me. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. I do weekly readings for each and every sign. And if you want to check your moon, rising, Venus, whatever, you can go into my weekly readings playlist and find all 12. All right, that's good. I have shuffled these plenty before the camera, so I'm going to cut now. After a little shuffling, and lay out your spread. All right, let's see what we see today. I'm going to show you each of these cards, of course. Justice, the World, the Fool. All 3 major arcana, right on the top. Wow. I think in Libra, at Libra season, you're going to accomplish something, finish something up, a project, something. Wow, the next 2 cards, also major arcana, 5 out of 5 so far. Wow, Taurus. And then the 8 of Pentacles. All right, let's see, 8 of Wands. Wow, 2 8s on the table. That's pretty interesting. This is an interesting reading. I'm going to have to take a look at this. All right, then 8 of Wands, King of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. Ooh, let's see what we see. I'm going to take this in for just a second. While you're relaxing, let me move that. And see what I see. And then on the bottom of the deck, another major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I always pull the bottom 3. Yes, 6. Wow. Okay. I'm taking a look. Well, first and foremost, let's talk about the bottom of the deck before I even go into the oracles, and I will show you those in just a moment. But first, bottom of the deck today, we have the Wheel, 9 of Swords, and the Princess of Cups. So there's definitely a change that you're wanting to make, and you're worried about it. You're actually fretting over it. I can see that. And you're probably not sleeping well. So the first thing that I want to say with this Princess of Cups is please be kind to yourself and try to get better sleep. Interestingly enough, I'm getting a very interesting message here, is some sleepy time tea, right? Or if you drink coffee at night, maybe go off of the caffeinated and go to the decaf, right? Something like that, maybe some warm milk. I'm a proponent of a nice evening tea that doesn't have a lot of caffeine. But that, I think, would help you right now, because I think that you definitely need some sleep. When we don't get into deep sleep, REM, REM sleep, we don't actually heal. And in order for our healing, mind, body, and spirit, we really do need to sleep better now. Trust me, me telling you this is kind of ironic, because I also am a bit of an insomniac. So I feel ya, Taurus, for sure. I understand. But this is saying, please try not to worry and be nice to yourself right now, because there is a change that's coming. It is in divine timing and divine order with this wheel, and don't worry about it. What will be, okay, is kind of the message of that on the bottom of the deck. So it's try not to worry and try to be kind to yourself. 100%. Also, if you are drinking coffee because you have headaches, maybe try not using caffeine that way to fight the headache, and instead maybe consider other ways of dealing with your headache. Excedrin PM or something, who knows. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. I'm just saying you might want to, with your free will, choose some other options if you're drinking too much coffee because you're having headaches. Okay. I also think it's going to get better here in the autumn. So if it's seasonal allergies as well, I think those are going to taper off for you. These are messages I'm getting. Okay? Now, let's do this first. Let's go through the oracle cards. First, it says soul power. Soul power. Taurus, it says, always remember you are a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. So honestly, it's like, I think right now, instead of overthinking and thinking that you have to come up with some kind of solution that maybe is out of your control, instead of worrying and fretting over that and feeling hyper responsible, when really, with all these major arcana, it's like life is changing around you and you're just going to roll with it, right? Trust in the guidance of your soul as to how to move forward through the things that are happening in your life, because I can see such huge transformation and change right now going on. And, what do we do? The first thing we do is we want to control it. We want to try to get control over certain things. But right now I'm seeing maybe you're not in a position where you can. Okay, then we have trust. While your logical mind, okay, I hadn't even read this card, and yeah, same message. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to fulfill an alternative path. An alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. Trust. Which is what I was just saying, really. With this card also, it's saying that. It's saying be kind to yourself and try to just trust that whatever is happening with this Wheel of Fortune, this change in your life, this change of season, that everything's going to work out exactly as it needs to with trust. And soul power is really about allowing yourself to be, to just be. You just be free to be. Okay? I know it sounds trite, but it's very real and true. It says stay connected, the third one. Stay connected. Well, we are all born connected to spirit, often known as the divine source, or God, right? However you want to describe it, or universe. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. We get really bogged down in our 3D reality, don't we? Now is an important time to reconnect to that source. So it's saying soul power, trust and stay connected. Have faith and trust that things are working out for you. That's what this is saying, Taurus. All right, let's go across the top first. Justice. These cards are so big. The World and Fool. Now, the first thing I did see was in Libra season, something is coming to a culmination with the World card. And so we are having a full moon in Pisces at the end of this month, September. We will be in Libra season at that time. So it could be that. okay, around the full moon, something in Libra season around the full moon that comes to culmination, and then a new beginning. So whatever it is, it's saying an opportunity might be coming here, so just stay open. It's saying you don't have to think about it too much, you don't have to worry about it too much. And you know, in Virgo season, before we get to Libra season around the 21st, we do have a tendency to really pinpoint all the details and go down our list and check things off. And that can become rather controlling. And it's saying right now, things are going to happen. They're going to happen relatively quickly with all these outer planetary influences, and just kind of roll with it. I know that's so hard to do, but with all these outer influences that are happening in your life right now, Taurus, I don't think that you can control too much. And it's saying that in the second line. We have the Emperor, right? Then we have Cernunnos, which is the devil card in this deck, and the Eight of Pentacles. So it's just saying you don't want to become too obsessively controlling over anything, even your work right now, even what you're doing every day, working hard, taking care of business. You know, I see that you're doing that in Virgo season, trying to take care of things, but it's saying you can't control everything, right? You can't control the things that are going to be happening, that are coming in, because you're not aware of it right now. So if you stay connected and trust, you're going to be in a better situation, so you don't get yourself too bogged down, right? Too attached to outcomes. I think that's what this center card is saying today, because that's in the center of your reading. So if you get too attached to the outcome, then you won't be able to adjust with as much peace and kind of soulful acceptance, right? Radical acceptance. So I think in order for you to feel better and relax more and enjoy the changes that come, it's about not setting yourself up too much for controlling an outcome. Okay? That's next to you know, the Emperor. This can be very assertive, aggressive, right? Tendency. So you want to be very careful, especially at work right now with the Eight of Pentacles next to that, okay? If you have a boss that has been just a nightmare in your life right now, this is saying something just is about to happen. It will come to culmination and there will be a new beginning. We saw that in the first line. And so have faith and trust that that's going to work itself out. You don't have to change anything about this person, if it's a person, if they're overly controlling, micromanaging, that kind of thing at work. All right, so it just says trust. Just trust that things are going to work out. Because we have communication coming in, Eight of Wands, King of Swords, so that you can make a good decision, a wise decision about what to do. So right now, keep it in the bank. Stay careful, right? Especially with your budget. Save your money. Because if you're working for a horrible boss and that comes to a close and you go and, you know, start looking for a new job, you want to be prudent and careful, right? Saving your money, looking over the books. And if it's about a boss or any type of father figure or anyone that's being overly aggressive or assertive right now, this is kind of saying when it comes to communication with the way you look at it, it's like be straightforward about it, but also withhold maybe a little bit more of your emotions. Don't get overly emotional with this person because it probably would not go well. And it's like you don't want to feel like this at night because you regret anything you said. You want to try to be as nice as you can be going through any kind of relationship with someone who is like this, if that's the case. Let's do the vertical, because Justice above the Emperor says, you know what? You have your own agency, right? You have your own authority, and you need to trust in that things are going to work out correctly for you, and that justice is going to be here for you, right? What comes around goes around, right? What goes around comes around. And so the Justice card reminds us to look at the big picture and understand that everything that we say and do has an effect. There's a cause and there's an effect, right? So you want to be careful and choose words properly, because there's going to be some aggressive energy right now. We do have Mars coming into Libra right now, so when it comes to communications, right, we don't want to be overly assertive. So be just, be as fair as you can possibly be with this person, if this person is someone other than you. If it's you, it's just, you know, you want to say what's fair and do the right thing, say the right thing to the best of your ability without trying to micromanage or control things too much. Okay, the World, because there is going to be an accomplishment, a closure here, some type of closure on what the issue has been with this card. What the issue has been with this card, because you're just going to be straight up about it, right? You just want to say what you need to say, hold in what you need to hold in, but the pattern, all of this, whatever this has been in your life, this negative pattern, it's coming to a close, okay? It's coming to a close. You will have full clarity on it and be able to communicate very clearly with this King of Swords. I love that. Okay, then we have the Fool, because a new beginning is coming. It could be a job. It could be a new job. So if you have this horrible boss, I'm hearing horrible bosses, like the movie, then this could be a brand new job. And it's saying, you know, it's like maybe take the risk, but not too much of a risk. Four of Pentacles, right? We want to stay safe. We want to be careful, but we also don't want to close ourselves off to maybe going into something new that's maybe outside of our purview, maybe a little bit outside of your comfort zone. So stay open if you're looking for a job, if that's the case for you. Now, I definitely want to say that because of all these major arcana cards, obviously this is a general reading, and for so many of you, this is going to be so many different things. But because this is in the center of your reading today, Taurus, if this is something about the fact that you haven't really gone in and done a little bit more inner work, and it's just saying you really have it in you to do that, to trust what your soul is wanting to say about how to get yourself out of either fear or anything that holds you back in life. To open yourself up to that, to realize that you're here with some type of purpose, and to maybe open yourself up to that, because when you do, that's when I think you're going to feel like a champ and feel like a kid again, where you're excited about life. It gives you hope and faith that things do work out. That things work out. And they work out for your betterment, because no matter what you go through, no matter how hard life can be, there's always a lesson in everything, isn't there? And if we can take the lesson from it, then it isn't a mistake. But if we make mistakes and don't learn from the lesson, that's when it is a mistake, right? So it's that. It's just allowing yourself to face whatever is bothering you in your life right now. It's definitely coming to culmination. With all this major arcana, there's nothing that can get in the way of it, because it has nothing to do with your control whatsoever. So just absolutely stay connected to your soul and what your soul's trying to tell you, because it has the wisdom here. It knows. It just does. The change is happening. No worries. Just be good and kind to yourself, and as kind to others as you can be, while being completely honest, remembering that justice always works out. Okay? Justice works. All right. You take care. I want to wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. Thank you so much, Taurus. Give me a thumbs up if you would today. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I do these every week. All right. I'll talk to you next week.